Why was there so much tension in Northern Ireland in the 1960s? Northern Ireland was created in 1921, following the Government of Ireland Act, 1920. 6 counties of Ulster formed Northern Ireland and remained in the United Kingdom, UK. The 26 remaining counties in Ireland formed the Irish Free State, which became the Republic of Ireland in 1949. Northern Ireland had its own parliament at Stormont near Belfast. Many hoped this would end the trouble in Ireland. However, while about 65% of the population of Northern Ireland in the 1920s were Protestant, there was a significant 35% Catholic minority. This led to tension for a number of reasons. Firstly was the problem of Unionist majority rule. Because Northern Ireland had an inbuilt Protestant majority of about 65%, the parliament at Stormont was always dominated by Unionists. Catholics had almost no political power and little representation. The second reason for tension was policing and security. The police force, called the RUC, were about 90% Protestant. A part-time police force, called the B Specials, were entirely Protestant and were not liked by the Catholic community. A law called the Special Powers Act allowed the police to lock people up without trial. Many Catholics felt this was targeted at them. A third cause of tension was gerrymandering. This was the unfair drawing of electoral boundaries to suit one side over another. In parts of Northern Ireland, like Derry, gerrymandering gave Unionists an unfair advantage. Despite Derry being 70% Catholic, the Unionists could still achieve a majority of seats, angering Catholics in the city. Another cause of tension was voting. Voting in some elections was restricted to those who owned a house. This tended to favor Protestants. In addition, if you paid more tax, you could get up to 7 votes. As Protestants tended to be wealthier at this time, this tended to favor Protestants. One of the biggest forms of tension was discrimination. Catholics faced discrimination in Northern Ireland in a number of ways. Firstly, houses were often provided by the council. As most councils were Unionist in Northern Ireland, this meant most council houses would be given to Protestants. Catholics tended to be restricted to overcrowded housing. Jobs were also often restricted to Protestants, with Catholics having little chance of promotion in any jobs in government or the civil service. The final cause of tension was Unionist fears. Despite their majority, Unionists still had fears. In particular, they feared the prospect of a united Ireland and Northern Ireland having to leave the UK. They were anxious that groups such as the IRA would use violence to try and force a united Ireland. Many thanks for watching Belfast High School History on YouTube. Please think of liking and subscribing.